what we see is that a lot of students, when they practice, they don't practice on actual tablets or on computer because that's difficult. So they write their stuff, their solution, on pen and paper. In an offline world, that becomes very easy for the teacher who can just visually
Walk by, just walk by,
and
yes.
see, this is where you're going wrong. In online world, that becomes like a blind spot for us. And that's what we want to solve for, is saying that students who are actually working or spending 70-80% of their time in problem solving on pen and paper, how do we provide help to them when they are making a mistake as it happens in an offline world? So if you could just talk a little more about the kind of approach that we are taking, would be really helpful for the learner.
Absolutely. I think that's an area that's very, very hard. Unlike recognizing printed text where you can try to identify each character, once you got the character, then you can understand the words and the sentences. Handwriting is very hard. Even human beings, we don't always understand right? We do sight reading. We recognize a word at a time.
Right. So that's where if there are gaps, the humans are able to figure out
exactly
this
because
is what is meant.
Because we know that this word looks like, okay, this is like anecdotal.
Right.
It looks like anecdotal. We're not going to say A, N, E, C, D, O. We don't spell and then read, right? You recognize the word and not the spelling. And so understanding what is being written, right? Understanding, especially if it comes to math, like you deal with a lot of math, understanding formulas, very hard. Understanding steps, right? The way you solve, trying to understand steps, supposing you have to correct. If they're trying to solve a problem, not only should you understand what the problem is, you have to understand what they're doing, you have to understand the steps, and then we have to understand, like, okay, this is not as per what is expected.
And where the gap is.
And how to model what is expected. It's not a fixed set of steps, right? No two students will do it exactly identical. Which means you have to understand the approach you have to understand, the mathematical approach to solving it. And then map what is being done to that approach and identify the gaps. And then, so it's a very hard problem. Handwriting recognition is the starting point, which is hard as it is.
Great, sir. Thanks a lot for your time.
We're happy to be partnering with Infinity Learn on this.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Sure, Amit. Thanks.